Things that help me out as a non-traditional student. Oh man, life knowledge, understanding history, putting up with bullshit and stress in the workforce. I mean, teams, and you get into put into a team project. God, it's nothing like putting a 50-year-old man with a 19-year-old girl. It's, you know, what do you do? I feel stupid sometimes, or just things like that. In those situations, socializing or trying to understand where the younger generation comes from. I'm sorry, but I'm not hip on today's music that most people talk about.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a little generation gap, but not much.
I mean, finding out that I was having a kid was definitely like a shock. It's a huge life milestone, and a lot of people that doesn't happen until their late 20s, early 30s, sometimes before then, obviously. But I think that it was definitely something that was like kind of, I had one of two ways to go. I could just focus on taking care of my kid, or take care of my kid while enriching my own education so I can make our life better. And it was always just something I wanted to do, to go to school. It was always a goal before I was pregnant, and I think that I still think it's super important for me to like still go to school so I can make my life and my daughter's life a lot better.
I have felt age discrimination when it comes to working in team projects in some low-level classes, such as 1 or 200s, where nobody wants to team up with me, or they look at me really weird, or walk away. But in the upper-level classes, I get sought after to be part of the team because I know I'm gonna do my part of the work and be there and want to learn.
Actually, I love having them in my class. There's a certain confidence that comes with age, and I find that the non-traditional students are more willing to speak first in a discussion. They're more willing to share their stories. They have more interesting and varied stories because they have more interesting and varied experiences. Not that our traditional age students don't, but traditional age students tend to be a little more shy about sharing. Whereas once you've gotten to a certain point in life, you tend to have lost your filter in some ways. And I can always, if I've got a discussion class and there's a non-trad in it, I can always count on them to get things started. Technology.
Yeah.
Technology is an issue for some of them, not for all. I want to be careful not to assume. You know, people have been using computers for a long time.
Yeah.
But there are nuances to some of the things we do that a non-traditional student may need more learning curve for.
Being a traditional college student would be between the ages of 18, 19 to 23, live on campus, an apartment off campus, kind of a carefree, enjoy lifestyle, attend classes, educate, not really in a committed relationship, but just having fun, exploring, learning, and I guess the best way to explain it is, you know, when an infant burns his hand on a stove, he doesn't touch the stove again, and a college student should be doing the same thing.
I think a traditional student is one that like goes straight to college right after high school, or like after like 2 years at a community college, but like they're generally the ages from like 18 to like maybe 22, 23, and they're usually just like your average American kid trying to get a degree, and they're really dependent on their parents and stuff still.